In the 104 times Freddie Kiger has sat at the scorer's table working the Carolina-Duke men's basketball game, including when Seth Trimble drained a last-second three-pointer to beat the Blue Devils in February, Kiger has stayed seated and poker-faced. No matter what the double Tar Heel feels inside, he never breaks his professional demeanor. These days, Kiger takes his seat courtside as a writer, researcher, and statistician for ESPN. For the Duke game, at a table farther down the row, sits ESPN basketball analyst Jay Billis, a four-year starter for the Blue Devils in the 1980s.
Where we went to school has come up. Freddie doesn't judge. He's got the perspective to be able to understand and appreciate what there is to love about every school. You never catch him rooting at a game. That's not who he is.
Here's who Kiger is: a kid who grew up picking tobacco in Rural Hall, North Carolina, until he got his acceptance letter from UNC, his ticket to the wider world. Assigned to Teague Durham, he made lifelong friends by embracing intramural sports. He played on teams and worked as an intramural official, mentored in the office by Roy Williams, which paved the way to an assignment as a statistician for men's basketball games under head coach Dean Smith. His connection to Carolina basketball opened doors for him as a producer, writer, and on-air talent with WCHL Radio and Tar Heel Sports Network. That brought him to the attention of ABC, CBS, Fox Sports, Raycom Media, and ESPN. He's covered 4 Olympics as a researcher and won 3 Emmys as part of the team that produced ESPN's Sports Century. But for his first 20 years after college, Kiger taught history at Chapel Hill High School. He connected with students. In 1993, Sassy Magazine named him Most Beloved Teacher in America.
He was probably the best teacher that I had at all the different levels. He just had a special way of conveying material. Some people would say that, just plain history can be bland, but he was able to bring it to life, and he would act out speeches. He was just a very vivid storyteller.
Kiger learned the power of storytelling as a boy when he accompanied his father to reunions of Army veterans. His dad, a decorated soldier of World War II, landed at Omaha Beach on D-Day and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Kiger sat in the back of conference rooms across the South listening to veterans recount their experiences. He recognized the power of the stories, the drama, and the closeness that being in battle brought them. He fell in love with the ability to teach history by telling it in the form of a story.
He has the ability to put you in a place and make you feel like you were there. I'm sure that's why he won teaching awards when he was at Chapel Hill High. I know people now who come up to me and say, yeah, Mr. Kiger taught me, back in the 80s. I took a high school history class with Mr. Kiger, and I still remember him. I still remember that class and the things I learned. He is a master communicator. And when you love the subject matter that you teach or talk about, you're so much more effective.
Every year, Kiger took a group of high schoolers on a field trip to Civil War battle sites where they dressed up and acted out Pickett's Charge and other events. Local TV stations came out to film them. Years later, he leads seminars and field trips to teach Carolina alumni about North Carolina history and the Civil War. He's created a whole band of Freddie followers, people who sign up for an enrichment program just because he's teaching it.
He's got this center of gravity that just pulls you in with that really human connection. And you just know that it's genuine. That's Freddie.
He's teaching Civil War, and then what does he go to? The history of the University of North Carolina. After that, what does he go to? Beach music. He's teaching that session on beach music where he has me participating. Now, nobody but Fred could talk me into doing that.
Kiger's monthly podcast, Threads from the National Tapestry, Stories from the American Civil War, have been listened to more than 1 million times. In 2025, he was inducted into the Order of the Longleaf Pine. One of his former students at Chapel Hill High, now North Carolina Governor Josh Stein, signed it into being. When UNC hires new athletics staff, the department sets them up with Kiger, who takes them on a tour to orient them to the history of the town, gown, athletics, and Carolina traditions.
There is no one else that I've come across that can tell you stories about every building on campus, when it was originated, who lived in this dorm room, what happened in this arboretum. And I think those things really help tell the story of how special UNC is.
Kiger prefers to stay out of the spotlight, but he's drawn to people, and they're drawn to him.
The number of times that I'm sitting next to him and I hear, Freddie, I have to allot extra time for the introductions, because I'm sure at some point somebody's going to come up and, excuse me, I apologize, I wanted to say hi to Freddie.
Think about this for a minute. When people see you in a restaurant, and walking down the street, whatever, what can you hope for as you approach somebody? You can hope for a smile. That's really something special, right? And every time somebody approaches Fred Kiger, they approach with a smile. Now, that is the strongest statement possible about how he values relationships.
If I could put a face on the joy of what it is to be in and around the Atlantic Coast Conference, it would be Freddie Kiger's face. He's the real artist among ACC historians. There is no ACC the way it is without Freddie Kiger.